Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to dive into everything you need to know about Littleton, Colorado. We're going to discuss the good, bad, and the ugly. This is truly a great place to live. It has so many things to offer, has so many lifestyles that it can cater to. So it's not all truly bad, but if you've been watching my videos and if you follow me on any of my other social media platforms, you know that I'm that agent that is going to be upfront. I'm going to tell you the good, bad, and the ugly, let you decide if it's a deal breaker or not. And I just want you to know the facts. And that's how I run my business. That's how I work with my clients. And in the end, you know, it helps you make the informed decision on what works best for you. So I want to give you the full picture of everything Littleton. There's a few things that might surprise you, so stay tuned. You're not going to want to miss those, I promise. So let's talk about the good. So Littleton is truly a gem. From Chatfield State Park to downtown Littleton to all of our trails and our scenic view of the Front Range. I mean, really, what a more amazing thing could you ask for? One of the biggest perks, if you ask me, is Chatfield State Park because of everything it has to offer. I mean, you can literally camp there, you can boat there, you can paddleboard. There's dog parks, there's miles and miles of walking trails and biking. You can even go horseback riding there. So it truly has so much to offer for everybody with every ability, whether you're an avid cyclist or you want to bring your children to the swim beach. It's truly a great place to go. And it can also be year round. They even have ice fishing in the winter. So, I mean, truly great place. One of the most important parts is their dog park is 70 acres, exclusive dog park right in Chatfield State Park. It offers ponds there, there's a stream. You can literally walk for miles in this park with your dog off leash and either be in a private area by yourself or you can join the crowd with all the other dogs. It's really a great place to go, no matter if you're wanting to just dip your toes into socializing your dog or if they are really fully socialized and you're ready to meet some new dog owners and for your dog to have some new dog friends. This is truly a great place. So definitely check it out. Another great thing that I truly love is downtown Littleton in Main Street. They are always having some sort of great event and they're always family friendly, dog friendly, from inviting the rodeo into town to their Christmas events. They have events for Mother's Day. They have small business weeks. It goes on and on. So downtown Littleton has something for everybody, from their high-end boutique shops to amazing restaurants that are not chain restaurants. You're not gonna find chain restaurants down there. They have fantastic breweries, ice cream shops, bakeries. I mean, it just goes on and on. Everything you need is right in downtown Littleton. And the best part is you can walk right there. So everything is great. Another thing that's attached right to actually downtown Littleton is South Platte Walking Trail. This actually connects from Chatfield State Park and literally goes all the way up into downtown Denver and even beyond. So the walking trails, as I've mentioned in many times in my videos in the past, we have an expansive, interconnected walking trail system here in the Denver metro area, specifically Littleton. And it is connected right here, downtown Littleton, right off Main Street. So definitely one to check out. You're not gonna want to miss this little place. Plus, it even has a downtown life. It's got some great specialty bars, breweries, like I mentioned. And I think there's actually a couple new restaurants that are going in there. I mean, live music. If you're looking for even something like trivia night, it has it all. All right, let's dive into the bad of Littleton. Unfortunately, every city and town has something that's just not really that pleasant, and Littleton is no exception to that. And of course, I'm gonna talk about the roads and our weather. Now, our roads can be significantly worse during the winter because we have this freeze-thaw effect day in, day out here in Littleton and in Colorado overall. And so when that happens, it just really makes our road deteriorate. We have potholes everywhere. It's just really a mess. And you're going to see that if you've never experienced a winter in Colorado, specifically Littleton, then you're in for it. You're going to see what I mean. Our roads here really just do suck. But speaking of weather is another thing that is a little bit unique to Littleton. Being nestled right up against the foothills exceptionally have really different weather than here in town. What I mean by that is there's almost like a line that's drawn from where the weather starts and where it stops, and then there's town. So literally, some of our snowstorms, they get to this line or this point, which is right on Littleton, and the snow will either finish dumping all the snow that it has, or it dries up and gives us nothing. So our weathermen are really, really bad at predicting what our weather is going to be. Unfortunately, we have weather that is almost like the numbers on a lottery ticket. It can swing almost 80 degrees in a 24-hour period. It can go from freezing one night to 60s the next day, to snow in the afternoon, and then below freezing that night. So we really go through almost every season in an entire day. Believe it or not, the only thing we're missing is like the leaves changing and some flowers blooming day in and day out. So it's no joke when I say you can experience all the seasons in one day, which means you're going to learn very quickly that you need to wear layers if you're living here, because in the afternoon you could be in a t-shirt and then 2 or 3 hours later, you're bundled up in a sweater, or you've got your coat on because it's snowing, or you're getting your gloves and your hat on because it's blizzarding outside. No joke, I'm not exaggerating. If you decide to move here, you're gonna know what I mean really quick. So the ugly. The ugly, I would have to say, would unfortunately be the wild animals. We are very, very close to the mountains here. And it is often that those animals tend to come down into town. They get lured down into town because it's right before winter and they're wanting to load up on some food before they go hibernate. Now, if you're living in Littleton, this is one of those really serious things you do need to know about, because, it is not uncommon to drive home from work and you have a bear in your trash can, or a bear in your tree in the backyard, or you have mountain lion tracks going through the snow in your front yard or in the backyard, unfortunately. We've seen bobcats in town, and then you've got your smaller things such as foxes, we've got the regular raccoons, coyotes, and all of these things you really do need to be aware of, because you could be on a daily walk with your dog around the local pond in your neighborhood, and there you're going to see a coyote or possibly a mountain lion. So it's definitely something you need to be aware of. Most of us go on with our daily life as if, you're never gonna see something, but you might walk out your front door one day to go to work and there's 2 or 3 deer down the street, or there's a large elk up on the hilltop just at the end of your driveway. So it can truly be an amazing place to live. You just have to realize that you're also living in the wildlife, because we are so close to their home. Another thing you really need to know about the ugly part of Littleton is our soils. And you might think this is kind of off topic for this video, but it's actually not. We have what's called expansive soils here in Littleton, and they actually extend all up through the Front Range, but Littleton especially. Now, expansive soils means your soils can expand when they come into contact with water. And with us having all the 4 different seasons, we really get a lot of moisture throughout the entire year. And so if your foundation or the sloping of your property isn't correct and you have expansive soils on your property or under your property, then this could really cause some significant issues to your foundation if, say your foundation wasn't properly built for expansive soils. So what I mean by that is, we can see heaving in your floors, we can see a sinking effect. It really can go drastically both directions. And I have seen expansive soils ruin foundations to where it costs tens of thousands of dollars just so that your doors inside will actually close. It can be that significant. I've seen it ruin kitchen cabinets to where the boxes are all slanted, and I've seen living rooms where it looks like a bowl, and it's pretty significant. It's not something that you can overlook when you get into a house like that. So it's really important that you are working with an agent that is familiar and educated with expansive soils, because it is so prevalent here in Littleton. And an experienced agent is going to help you and educate you on these things. So when you are going out and house hunting, we can point those things out if they are a concern, and if there are a concern specifically with that house and that foundation. Now, I don't want to stress you out or anything. Like I said, in all my videos, I am the agent that is upfront, honest. I'm going to give you the facts. It's your job to determine if this is a deal breaker or not for you to move into this community. I'm just here to save you money and to hopefully avoid any costly surprises, because I want my buyers and sellers to be very, very educated when it comes to all things real estate. And that's going as deep as the soil to the stinky pond down the street, or what's being built down the street from you. And those references go back to some of my previous videos. Now, one more thing I need to tell you, maybe one of the most important ones, a lesser known fact is that there's some higher insurance costs when it comes to Littleton. Now, Littleton isn't just, a city right in front of the foothills. Littleton actually goes up into the foothills and into the mountains. That may surprise you, and actually most natives don't even know that that's true. But it is. Littleton expands all the way up through Deer Creek Canyon and up through High Grade Road, and that is well into the mountains. You're getting into 8,000, 9,000 feet, and so it's up there, and that is a high fire danger area. So you're really going to see some significant increases in insurance prices if you decide you want to move into the foothills, specifically of Littleton. But of course, the fire danger is extensive through the entire foothills, the whole Front Range, all of the mountains. You're not going to be able to get away from that, unfortunately. And the higher insurance costs and these fire dangers are actually starting to creep into the city a little bit, because we have so many large green belts and so many large parks that it really doesn't take much for something like that to catch flame, unfortunately, especially with some of our drier climate that we have in certain parts of the year. So why is Littleton still worth living here? We do have some bad and uglies. I don't mind living with the wildlife here. It's actually kind of exciting. You just need to be aware of your surroundings. The ugly things, yeah, they're not that great, but every city has ugly things. And you just need to figure out, are they a deal breaker? Is it something you can live with? Littleton really is such a vibrant community. There's so much to offer here. You really can have a great connection with nature and the outdoors and an active lifestyle here. It's really, truly a special place, and it is amazingly dog friendly. I didn't cover how dog friendly it was here in this video. That would have been part of the good section. I've actually covered that in an entirely different video, which I think you should go look at if you are a four-legged friend lover like I am. So go check that out. You're not going to want to miss it because it has a lot of great facts for you if you're a dog lover. But anyways, Littleton is full of, great amenities. It is really laid back culture. A lot of amazing things to do here for entertainment and dining and parks and rec and sports, everything you need. Camping and boating even right here in Littleton. So it's truly beautiful. We have amazing views. The scenery's astonishing year-round. Our weather may not be my favorite, but it changes quickly. So I hope you like this video. I hope this was informative to you. Like I said, I'm very upfront and I'm gonna tell you the facts. That's just who I am. So if you like this channel and you wanna see more and you wanna get more facts about Littleton, make sure you like and subscribe and stay tuned for the next video. Thank you.